Hi, my name is David Hunter, and this is From the Abyss. I'm going to hit on a topic today that's going to upset a lot of people, and I wish I wasn't the one who had to do it, but someone has to. Tough love. Before I go anywhere with this, I know families who have given everything to their child, and then more on top of it, and then more until they had nothing left. And then they had to let go. I understand that. That's love. But this tough love, well, he or she isn't obeying my rules. Oh, so fucking what? Yeah, set a curfew, have them come home at the right time. I get all that. Or it's my house, it's my way. Wow. And you wonder why your kid's drinking? Or your daughter? Do you ever think that maybe you're the reason? That you're part of the cause? Wake up. All right? Something hurt your child. Nobody wakes up one day and says, I want to be a crack addict and sell my 15-year-old ass on the street. Nobody talks about the reality of this, so I'm going to. When you throw out Susie at 15, she's got one asset. Maybe two. One, she's young. I don't care if you want to hear this or not, you're going to. Two, if she's pretty, even if she's not, she can make money. And you know what's going to happen? If you gave her money for a bus ticket or she left town, right at that bus station, some chicken hawks are waiting right there for her. Oh, they got their claws all sharpened up. And they got their speech all prepared. Baby, I'm going to take care of you. We're going to put some money aside for you. I ain't going to let you spend it all. What he's going to do is get her to his place, his crib. He's going to shoot her up with dope and get her addicted right away, even if she hadn't done that. And then he's got her. He's got full control. And you're never going to see her again. Because she wasn't obeying your rules. Do you know what also happens? And this is the one that makes me the angriest because it touches home with me. A lot of the times, these kids, boys, girls, were molested by family members, uncles, cousins, mom's new boyfriend. And when they finally get the courage to tell you, you throw them out. Fuck you. If I had a mansion and could fit every one of those kids in, I would. Because I love them. I burn myself out all day long doing these bids. I am exhausted. I sleep sometimes for days. Just hoping one kid out there comes across it and says, my God, someone gets me. Tough love doesn't work. It's a cop-out. The reason you're doing it is so you can make your tea time. Or because they're an embarrassment, like my family did. Oh yeah, it was my fault. It was my problem. I asked to get raped and almost murdered at 6. How is that my problem? But that was my father's attitude. He was a piece of shit. I can say that because he was my dad. You know, he wanted me off to rehab in time to get ready for college. And God help you if you ever disagreed with him. No, he never hit me. Sometimes I wish he did. That I could have handled. But his mouth was something else. Not all parents do that. And I can't keep prefacing people. You either hear me or you don't. But a lot of families use tough love just to throw their kids out because they don't want to deal with them. And I can't stand you. You disgust me. You never should have had them in the first place. They are your responsibility. They're your love. I wish to God, I have something like a daughter, kind of. It's weird. And she does her thing. I'm not thrilled about it, but you know what? She's once before called me and asked me for some gas money, and I sent it to her because I care about her. And if she was one day at 2 o'clock in the morning to say, I can't explain why, but I need $100 right now, I would send it. She also doesn't abuse that either. But this is what gets me, this is what I'm going to end on, and it drives me nuts and it makes me so sick. I see you families at the funerals with their crocodile tears, wailing about what happened and what went wrong, when 2 days before they called you and you hung up on them and said you never wanted to see them again, and they committed suicide. Well, whose fault is that? It's not theirs, it's yours. Take some fucking responsibility for your children. Stop having everybody else do it for you. Stop having volunteers take care of them. Stop having shelters take care of them. Stop having the streets take care of them. Drive around, look for them, pick them up. If they don't like it, throw them in a bag. Bring them someplace. Bring them to the hospital. Force them to go. If they're under 18, hey, they don't have to agree. You do what you have to do to save your child. Many years ago, my best friend, when I was in AA, 2 days before he committed suicide, asked me if he could stay with me. He was homeless, he was out there, it was a mess. He was shooting dope, back when it wasn't very popular, or not like it is now. And the only reason I said no is because I lived with roommates, or else I would have said yes, 100%. 2 days later, he died. I didn't feel guilty for him dying. I wasn't the one who pulled the trigger. But what made me so angry at the funeral, and I left, and I almost told off the family, and it's a good thing someone pulled me out, was because everybody was crying, and he wrote this messed up suicide note because he was probably fucked up on dope. And he was quoting Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath, and his parents are trying to understand what the words mean, and can you give me a copy of the song? Where the fuck were you 2 days ago? Where were you 2 days ago when he was banging on your door begging to see you? Oh, I know, you let him in, he might steal something. So what? At least you know where he is. So that's why I tell families, please, if any of you are listening to me, just one of you are listening to me, and you're on the fence, if he or she is home, at least they're kind of safe. Keep Narcan on you if they're doing dope or have fentanyl or whatever. And no, you can't monitor them 24/7, I know, but at least you can do a better job than the streets can. The streets will eat them up and spit them out. And if they get good at being on the streets, you will never see them again. The ones who get good at it are never seen again. Because then they start prying off everybody else who's coming right out there. And they lose their soul. Don't throw them out. Throw them into rehab. A good one. One that deals with what's going on with them. Not Hazelton. Fuck Hazelton and that bullshit. Not a 12-step program. Get them into therapy. Good therapy. Get them detoxed in the hospital and make them go to therapy and drive them there every day and wait for them to fucking get out. Just don't ask questions on it. Let that be them. Let him or her have that. Will it all work? Sometimes it will. That's all I can offer you. Folks, there is no answer to any of this. I know I say I have an answer. I have an answer for what I went through. I don't always have an answer for you. All I can do is advocate for your children and beg that you don't throw them out. And I understand if at the end you have nothing left Let me be there to cry with you when you do. Let me be there to hold you and say you did try everything. You gave it your best shot. Those families I will never, ever, ever talk down about. You are my heroes. This is David Hunter from the abyss saying, don't throw them out.